My name is James Williams Jr. This is Kung Fu Habit number 2. It is 2:35 on a Sunday afternoon. And so I'm going to say this. This is a video blog about videos that we see like on YouTube and Instagram and police reports and Nightline and stuff like that. You know, like with cops getting shown shooting people in the back. That, you know what I'm talking about, because I just said that in my last video. I've done this video before, or a video with this context before, rather. Most of the time when we see these videos and they hit the news, we don't see the beginning of the event. We only see the tragedy that is. Now, I watched a video once before, and I've mentioned this once before, about the young black girl who was fighting a cop in New York, and he had her bent all over the back. You know, bent over the rack, which was the fence that she was leaning on. And he kept telling her to stop fighting, stop fighting, stop fighting, stop fighting. And I'm sorry, as us black people generally do, we have a problem with authority, so we're going to keep struggling and struggling and struggling. This is how we always wind up getting dead, because we don't comply. However, if you watch the last videos in the entire year of 2016, even when we comply, we still end up dead. So it's kind of a catch-22. You can comply and still wind up fucking dead, like the guy in the van. You know, the thing is with videos is that we don't always see how they begin. We only see how things progress and end. Now, I don't know about the black girl. I don't know if she started the fight. But I do know that when I watch a lot of these videos, like with fights, there was a dude that got the fighting at the gas station, and he took a rock to a guy, and the guy, it shook him, but it didn't stop him. And then the guy who threw the rock hauled ass, and the other guy, he was stumbling, but he was going after him. And, you know, that was more or less adrenaline, because he probably was, like, temporarily blinded by that damn rock. And the thing is, when we watch these videos, we never, ever, 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 ever see how they begin. Never. We see how they conclude and lead to the conclusion, but we never see the event that started it before it got on there. Could have been an argument. Could have done something stupid. But the first thing we do is we jump straight to the conclusions. Alright? Now, some videos, you know, we do see how some of them begin, like the lady who was FaceTiming live and her boyfriend got shot after the cop demanded him to get the license. And he goes for the license, and the cop panics and shoots him. And that guy lost his life in front of his kid, which is not cool. You know, my policy is really that we all need to sit down and learn some shit. Alright? We need to sit down and learn some shit. Because you need to know how to stay calm in a crisis situation. And not because I'm former military. Yeah, it's got nothing to do with that. It's just a simple fact that calmer heads generally tend to prevail. And while we're on that, you know, there were kids that were filming the kid that got shot by the officer, which I don't know if he's still alive or not. I'm going to have to look for that sometime tonight between the news and whatnot. But the thing is, you know, he, according to the superiors and all that, was justified in shooting the 14-year-old kid who had the 2 kitchen knives. Yet they forgot that the kid had been bullied and bullied and bullied, and he came to school after he was told that he was going to get jumped. The day he came with the knives, he came prepared to be attacked. And they said that he was attacked. So why did the cop not try to calm him down? Why did the cop not use his taser instead of a sidearm? The cop is on administrative leave. And most people are commending the cops, but no one's really thinking about this boy or his family. I have been bullied before in school. Had I not been so afraid of my mom, I would have been that boy. In fact, I was that boy. But I took nunchucks to school, not a knife. I took nunchucks to school because, as lethal as they are, as far as my knowledges go, I have no knowledge of anyone dying from being hit with nunchucks. It can happen. I'm not going to say that it can't, because you can kill anybody with anything that you put in your hand. But, you know, I didn't think the nunchucks were going to be that bad, and I only bought them to even up the numbers. It was going to be 7-on-1 plus 1. You know, I wasn't playing, and these were not the nunchucks. These are the nunchucks that my little nephew, I bought for him because he seen mine, and I didn't want him to hurt himself. But these damn rubber plastic thingies, they hurt a lot. You know, they hurt a whole lot. And little Ronzel. He hasn't gotten this part down yet. Damn it. Hit my camera. And my flashlight. But yeah, you know, totally screwed that up. And something else. Anyway. Nunchucks! Anyway. So you know. He wore weapons to school. Record, man!
Who's that noise?
Nunchucks, are you deaf? There they are again. Anyway, since I was interrupted, you know, he brought the weapons to school to defend himself. And he was shot. Not tased, shot. We need to stop school bullying. When we continue to let school bullying go on and on and on, these things happen. Bullies are cowards. All of you. All of you bullying people, you're cowards. Because you need to pick on someone smaller, or someone less fortunate, or someone who doesn't look as cute as you. And you want to pick on us because we're different. But we're not different. You guys are just cowards. You need to pick on someone smaller to make yourself feel taller. And even if you're tall and you're doing this to smaller people, you're still a coward. The cop shooting the kid, he's probably going to have to live with this forever, especially if the kid dies. And though they claim he was justifiable, I think he probably could have defused it because he had a taser. Pepper spray. No, that'll stop a person cold. If you ever been in a CS gas chamber, yeah, pepper spray, same concept. Pepper spray's probably not as bad as the CS gas chamber, but it still burns. So, he could have done anything but use a bullet. And like I said, before I end this, we never see how videos begin. We only see how they end. And knowing this, you know, you would think that we would find a way to find a way. And we don't. So this is Kung Fu Africa number 2. I'm James Williams Jr. Be seeing you.